How's it going, everybody? Ian back with another video. Today is a tag video. I was tagged in the New York Times by the book tag by John over at Hey Y'all Listen Up. Check out his channel. Go subscribe. Amazing content that he does produce is amazing. So thanks, John. Excuse me. Let's get started. Now, here there are 10 questions. Here it is. Number one. What book is on your nightstand right now? Well, so I'm assuming that just means what I'm currently reading. And I'm almost done. I plan to finish this. I've got 200 pages left of Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter, and I am loving this story. I believe I want, since this is the flimsy trade paper. Is it not trade? It is trade paperback, I believe. The trade paperback for the Fire of Vengeance, which is the second one, comes out in June. So I might wait until June to pick up the trade paperback of this, because I think the hardcover is like $26, and I don't know. I don't want to spend $26 on a book unless it's like a John Gwynn or something like that. Sorry. But yeah, so I might wait till June, and that'll give me enough time to read some other stuff and then jump back, getting more excited for the next in this series. So I'm reading Rage of Dragons right now. And then I started, you can't see that at all, The Hobbit. I started The Hobbit. We're in the middle of dwarf dinner, so I'm very, very, very early in the story, but I've started The Hobbit. Number two, what was the last truly great book you read? Well, finished this. This is my last book I finished, was The Far Empty by J. Todd Scott. This was the last truly great book I finished. I believe the last this was the last 5-star I gave it. 5 stars on Goodreads, so that is a great book. So, Far Empty by J. Todd Scott. If you could meet any writer, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you want to know? This is a topic. I mean, obviously, some of my favorites like Matthew Riley, John Gwynn would be amazing. I think Stephen King would be a pretty fascinating guy to talk to. I don't know if I want to know anything. I mean, but yeah, I'd say Stephen King probably. 4. What books might we be surprised to find on your shelf? I don't know. I don't really have. I couldn't really find an answer to this. I'm pretty easygoing with what I want to read. I'm trying to think if there was any books. I did have a 1946 edition of the history of World War II, so that was pretty cool. I don't have that anymore, though. All right, number 5. How do you organize your personal library? I used to do it by author, just have all the authors in the same. I don't have a big library right now. I got sick and tired of just moving books when I was moving. Books are effing heavy. So now I only have my favorite authors. So I only have maybe 20 books that I carry around now. Number 6, what book have you always meant to read and you haven't gotten around to yet? Anything you feel embarrassed never to have read? I would say, and I am going to remedy this situation, it is The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. I love fantasy, and this is one that I have not read. So I'm going to get that under my belt, because like I said, I'm just reading The Hobbit now, and I'll move on to the rest of them. Disappointing, overrated, or just not good? What book do you feel you were supposed to like, but you didn't? I've got 2 here. I'm going to say 2. The big one is that's pretty generally they fall on different sides. is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I didn't get that hype at all. I just didn't understand. I just didn't get that. I think I read most of it, or no, I didn't read most of it. I read half of it and put it down. And the other one, and I'm going to get just absolutely hated for this, but I don't get it. I don't get Brandon Sanderson. I've read The Mistborn, and it was all right. I read book one of the Second Era. Didn't care for that. I read the first two in the Stormlight Archives, and I mean those are okay. I think I'm gonna wait till the series is done because those are big, huge books, and I don't want to reread. And I just don't. They were all right. The only series I liked from him, like I really, really liked, was the Reckoner series, which is the young adult series by him, which didn't have anything to do with the Cosmere. But I don't get I just don't get Sanderson. It's just not my. I don't know why I don't. I don't know. It feels like a chore to read those. But so don't hate. I'm sorry. Yeah. Do you remember the last book you put down was the Poppy War? The Poppy War I put down. I got through. That was one of the books that started out so well, and then by halfway I was like, I just don't care anymore. All right, 8. What kind of stories are you drawn to, and what stories do you stay clear of? I like thrillers, fantasies, horror books, sci-fi. I'm trying to get more into sci-fi. Books I stay clear of. I don't really. I don't want to read any of the romance novels. No. Mystery novels. Some of them. It depends what it is. I don't really like the whodunits too much. What was that? Yeah. All right, 9. If you could require the president to read one book, what would it be? I'm going to obviously say my favorite series of all time is The Faithful and Fallen by John Gwynne. Everybody should just read this, even if you are president of the United States. And number 10, what do you plan to read next? I'm going to continue with Robert Dorn, The Shadow Rising. So this will be started here in a few weeks. I was a little critical of the third book, but because I listened to a podcast, like a read along kind of type of podcast, and they kind of talked me off the ledge more. Like, okay, all right, yeah, now I'm more excited to get back into this. And then this is far down the line. This is after. I think the next series that I'm going to do after Wheel of Time, so next year probably, is the Sword of Shannara series by Terry Brooks. This is the Sword of Shannara. This is book 1, and then book 2 is the Elf Stones of Shannara, and book 3 is the Wish Song of Shannara. About the first trilogy. To get started in that series. But yeah, that's down the line. All right. Tagging. Oh, let's see here. The Bookish Bryants. Amazing channel. I will link theirs down below. And I'll tag Jose over at Amazing Worlds. I'll link his channel down below. Go watch their channel. Subscribe. Amazing content. Again, thank you, John. And I'm going to go read a book. Have a good one, everybody.